Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahawah, baha, yahawashi, Kodash. A double honors into the elders and apostles of GMS Great Millstone. And a sincere Shalom to you, Akim, preaching His word in diligence and in truth. Alright, so this is just going to be another quick hit on the battle versus spirituality versus carnality. Or you can say the flesh and the spirit, or the spirit and the flesh. So I'm going to start in the book of Romans, the 8th chapter. This is Romans 8, and I'm going to start at 3. It's like it. I'm going to start at 4, not 3. For what the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh, Yahawah sending His own Son in the likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin, condemned sin in the flesh. Because Yahawah's walk, He beat sin because He didn't sin when He was here, So that's basically what it's going through. And it's because it's no fault in the law when it goes back to the law. It's no fault in the law. It wasn't that it was a fault in the law. It was that it was a fault in us, Because Yahawah did it perfectly. So it shows that it wasn't fault in the law, It was a fault in us, like I said before. It says that the righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us, who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. It says, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, right? So if you after the flesh, you're going to worry about just always going out and getting the women. You're going to worry about always getting drunk. Always fulfilling the lust of what's making you feel good in the moment. You're not going to be worried about how to please the Heavenly Father, storing up your spiritual bank account. Yeah. You're going to worry about the things that the people in the world do. The scripts tell you, walk not in the multitude to do evil. Go not after in the multitude to do evil. So don't be doing the things that the people in the world doing. Going out partying every weekend, going out and committing adultery because it's the thing to do in this society right now, because if you look at just that in itself, the people in the world, because all the songs promote it, oh, I smashed your girl, Mr. Steal your girl, all these different things, that's the things of the flesh, that's what's going to get you killed. If you live after the flesh, you're going to be killed because you're following the things of the flesh. So to go back in, this is Romans 8 and 5. For they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. And there's plenty of examples of that in the men of GMS, because we tend into the ministry. We building up the spiritual house, we building up the house of Yahawashi. We building the body of Yahawashi. It says, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. For to be carnally minded is death, right? So if you out here just thinking about how to please yourself, not thinking past what's on the physical level, then you're gonna be killed because of it, because you're not thinking about the consequences of your actions. You're not moving with wisdom. Because moving with wisdom is moving with the spirit. The spirit of what? The spirit of who? Yahawashi. It says, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. And that's the end of being spiritually minded. Because if you're spiritually minded, you're thinking about how to receive salvation. You worried about prophecies that's going out. You worried about all the little things that's affecting your life, If you worry about the things of the spirit, then you literally looking at everything spiritually. Your eyes are open. You thinking about, what do I have to do in order to make myself a better man of the Lord? That's what you're thinking about. It says, because the carnal mind is enmity against the Most High. Right, the carnal mind is enmity. The Most High hates a carnal mind. It says, for it is not subject to the law of the Most High, neither indeed can be. So then they that are in the flesh cannot please the Most High. And that's plain. It says, but ye are not in the flesh, but in the spirit. Right, we in the spirit. In the spirit of who? Yahawashi. Why, how, and why? One, we in the spirit, reason being because we tend into the ministry. We on the highways and hedges faithfully, diligently every single week. We putting up our lessons every single week. We fellowshipping with the Akim every single week. We're trying to walk to the best of our ability as Yahawah walked when He was on the earth. It says, if so be that the spirit of the Most High dwelleth in you. Now, if any man have not the spirit of Yahawah, he is none of his. Right, meaning he got to die. Because if you don't have the spirit of Yahawah, you got the spirit of Satan on you. It's just like that. I'm going to grab another pre. There's 2 Corinthians 10 and 3. It says, for though we walk in the flesh, meaning what? So though we walking in the flesh, though we in these fleshly bodies, we do not war after the flesh. So we not really worried about the things of the flesh, Even though we got to live in this society, yeah, we catch hell. Yeah, we go through a bunch of stuff, but our main focus or our main way to help it isn't just by moving throughout the flesh. Brothers got to work. You got to do what you got to do to provide for your family, We ain't doing nothing illegal. But what we are doing, we trying to the best of our ability to get the things of the flesh out the way so we can tend to the things of the spirit. Yeah. It says, continuing 4, it says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahawah to the pulling of strongholds. Meaning we ain't making carnal moves out here. You got demons fucking with us in our everyday life. You got people you got your boss, your managers, all of them. Sometimes they might say something real off to you, But you gotta deal through the spirit. You can't just go out and get carnal. You can't just punch them or nothing like that. You gotta allow the Most High to just work, you know, because people supposed to piss you off on this side. Demons gonna attack you stronger when you got the spirit of Yahawashi on you. You know, this is the last time that Satan could ever mess with you. So he gonna go as hard as he can, because in the kingdom it ain't gonna be none of this. It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahawah to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge, because we're defenders of the gospel. It says every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of Yahawah, and bring into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahawashi. And I'm going to end on this This is Galatians 6 and 8. It says, now I'm going to start at 7. Be not deceived, Yahawah is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Right, so if you only doing carnal stuff, you gonna, as the script say, when you live by the sword, you die by the sword. It's the same thing. So if you attend to the things of the spirit, then it's a possibility you could be a number for one of those that men of the elect, the 144,000. It says, for he that soweth to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. Right, so that's going into dying. If you a man that's always thinking carnally, you gonna die. It says, but he that soweth to the spirit shall of the spirit reap life everlasting. Right. It says, and let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. Exactly, which ultimately goes down to what? Patience. You know, the more patient we are, the script saying your patience possess ye your souls. So that goes into it all. The more patient you are, the more diligent you are, the more you're on fire, the more you're thinking spiritually and not carnally, then it's a higher chance of you obtaining salvation through the Lord, Yahawashi, you know? So that's the lesson. Lord willing, you and we're edified. I want to give all praise and glory to Yahawah, baha, Yahawashi, Barak, a double honors into the elders and apostles at GMS Great Millstone, and a sincere shalom to you bringing out this word in diligence and sincerity and truth. Shalom.